It is me. Ya boy. The guy. Hello. Customosis is being mean to me. And also is illiterate. Get wrecked. Get absolutely ronked. Where's the you get 100% thing? Oh, Tinte. You don't even gotta ask, my brother. How are you? How is life, everybody? I hope things is well. I hope your day is going fantastic. I hope everyone is having good time. I do have a commission that came in outside of this that I want to make sure that we get done here. Let me just make sure I get the... Where is it? Oh, there it is. Everyone's doing good? Everyone is being appropriate? Let me just see here. I'm looking at... an hour ago and I've just been rotting in bed. It's hard to see other people living my dream. Doing some Pokemon Fakemon art while watching this. Nice! Nice, my homie. Who's there? It's Data D. Hey! How's it going, Data D? Data D dabu die dabu di dabu die dabu di dabu die. I assume I'm getting some stuff sent over on Discord while I'm looking for this other commission that came in. I got the references for it a while back and I don't have it. I don't know, when can we go need a Paradox to become an Ice Dragon type? We already did that. You can hand the man to the bottom line some of the let me see, where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Show thine self. Where is it? There we go. I gotta make sure I get on the right thing. Boobadee. Trying to find the thing. I gotta find it. Also, I'm trying to get this thing loaded up here in the background. There we go. And let's... There we go. Great. Okay. Let me grab... Again, it's from Radamon. I know Radamon sent me some stuff, and I'm trying to find the details on it. Okay, I'm having to go through the whole chat. Some of them saw the light of the day. Remember that I've been... There's really any thoughts on these reviews and commission for whenever you get back. People when you be love it. Save the videos. Let me know if you need some other. Okay, so a fighting steel type. Steel, worker, no guard, speed boost. My concept idea is a living armor controlled by like visible aura energy. The armor itself would be a durable metal but somewhat light. The energy would be shaped like a panther humanoid. A fast and vicious warrior species. The main idea is to be a fast special attacker, which is not a common thing for a fighting or steel types. Let me know if you have any other ideas for the concept. Okay. Oh, and you sent for an ultimate form? Lovely. I do have questions for Radamon, so I'm going to see if they hop in prior to. But Data D, let's see what we got. Can you make an ultimate... Oh, we want to do an ultimate form of the thing that we made last time. Or the time before. Yeah, we can do that. This guy. This little Gucci Mane here. Can we please get some more lore Fakemons? Yeah, I have a video coming out on Wednesday for that. So there will be more. I'm really excited for it. I'm bringing in kind of... So the idea for that one is twisting cryptid-style Pokemon or cryptid-inspired Pokemon into like a Pokemon lore type of setup. So we want ultimate form. I think I have some ideas here. I've got an idea. I've got an idea. That one is so pretty. Yeah, we did this one 2 weeks ago for Dada D. Dada D Dabba Die Dabba Dee Dabba Die. Let's do it. Hello? Unknown user. Name ID has donated $20. I'll have to find out what that is. If that's you, send me the stuff that I need. You know what my Discord is. It's the same as it ever was. Why am I on blue? Do like a little snoop there. What, based on me, an artist? Ooh. Ooh. That might have been me. ADK, how the heck to use this stuff? No, you're all good. You are all good, man. Don't you worry. If that's you, then that's you. You're all good. Send me over the stuff that I need, my guy. Looking very snaky so far, but we're gonna get there. Don't you worry. 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 Stop. Don't worry. Stop freaking out. You're gonna be okay. I have a call with Ash after this. I gotta make sure I don't miss. Trying to figure out what fun shapes we could use. Like, that's one of the fun things about the Ultimates is like, what fun shapes can we use? Like, that feels... Ooh, what if we do that? Ooh, If you've seen Star Trek on the Android Data, that's how you say my name. Data. Right? Data? I haven't seen Star Trek The Next Generation in quite some time. Do like the feetsies here. He fly. Big wings. I'm thinking we do like splash, like almost like the paint is splashing out of the wings here. That's my thought. That's my theory. It's just a theory. I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie again the other day. I was just like at home and I was like, I want to enjoy some of my time right now. What should I do? I'll watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Star Trek, my beloved. Star Trek would be a fun video to do. To do like Star Trek characters as I could do like the Borg, the Klingons, the Vulcans, those filthy humies. The second FNAF movie. The second one is good. I was surprised at how genuinely terrifying it was in certain parts. It's such a good movie. Like, as long as you're like, I am watching this as a fan. If you watch it and are like, what awards do I believe that this movie could win? You're gonna have a bad time. But if you watch it and you're like, I want to enjoy my time and just watch something kind of dumb, you're gonna love it. Data. Like internet. I mean, it's the same word, it's just pronounced differently. Data. If I can play the new Tomodachi Life. I hear good things. I hear good things. I hear good things. I feel like every streamer that I've been watching lately has been in Tomodachi Life. Don't spoil it, please. Oh, I won't spoil it. Do not you worry. I'm just giving you the heads up of like, it's a good movie. It's a very good movie. I would never spoil for you. I would never spoil for you. But I will just say, very good movie. Very pleasantly surprised me, but I feel like every movie with Lillard is a great... Oh my god. Have you seen... Oh my gosh. Have you seen the footage? I guess Matthew Lillard's house got broken into. And he fully, like, chased the guy. And I think there's a certain point where you break into someone's house and you realize, this is the worst mistake I could have ever made. Because the footage is... It's from, like, a Ring doorbell. And the footage is literally, like, the guy who broke into the house running out, followed immediately by Matthew Lillard chasing after him in his boxers, screaming, oh, you messed... Like, something like, oh, you messed up, you messed up. And you can hear him chasing him down the street, and the last thing you hear is, I'm getting closer! And I'm like... What a turning point of I have made a terrible mistake. Can you imagine breaking into someone's house? Hopefully you can't. Hopefully it's something that no one here would ever do. But can you imagine breaking into someone's house, realizing, oh, it's Matthew Lillard, and as he's chasing you, he's just shouting, I'm getting closer. I think I've watched that video like 5 times, and then I saved it to show my wife because I was like, this is the best thing. So unfortunate that his home got broken into, but also being chased by the person whose home you broke into, and all you hear is them behind you screaming, I'm getting closer. Hey Lava, what's up, man? Mortal Kombat? Yeah. It is Mortal Kombat, isn't it? Kombat is mortal, is it not? Oh, it's Matthew Lillard. Oh, yeah. Dude. The thing that I enjoy is I feel like when I saw Five Nights at Freddy's, they genuinely make him terrifying. I'm not going to spoil Five Nights at Freddy's 2 because I know we have someone who said that they haven't seen it, but also it's well over like 6 months old. But I will spoil Five Nights at Freddy's 1 if you haven't seen it, because that movie's out there. You plan on seeing the movie? Maybe. I've had people asking, am I going to do a Mortal Kombat video? And I'm not, because I'm in a collab video by someone else where we did that. And I feel like if I were to do it, it would be taking away from their audience, so I wouldn't want to do that. But me doing art for a Mortal Kombat project, or a Mortal Kombat video, is coming. I don't know when. I just signed the, like, YouTube collab sheet the other day. It may be out already, I don't know. Who? I don't know if the person wants me saying it. It may be a surprise. I think generally the first movies I saw with Matthew Lillard was Scream and 13 Ghosts, not Scooby-Doo IDK How. Because 13 Ghosts and Scream are much older. Scream, I know, is much older. I just love that Matthew Lillard is becoming, like, the godfather of horror movie characters. Like, horror movie villains. And if someone's gonna get on to me being like, don't spoil it, I didn't know he was in Scream. The movie is decades old. Hello? Dada D? Dada D dabu 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 D? Dabu die? I will do it every time. Thank you guys so much for your support. Helping to fund my gambling addiction. You're helping a very sick man continue to be sick. And I thank you for it. Man, if YouTube allowed me to play online claw machines on live, this would become a very different channel immediately. The day that they're like, hey, we will allow gambling on on YouTube, this channel will be gone. We will do something else. Gambling on your live. You're at lots. I do love gambling. I do love gambling. I hope Stern is doing well. He's not. He's by all definitions an addict. The problem with gambling is every time I do it, I win. And so, it's one of those things, you know, where it's like, don't do it, it's bad for you. Like, every time I do it, I win. For my honeymoon, we went on a cruise, and we're like, this is gonna kind of break our bank. And I was trying to show my wife, because she was like, how do slot machines work? And I was like, you're the perfect woman. Let me show you. And I showed her, and I was like, so this wheel spins, and then that wheel spins. And if that one wins, then it goes up, and it keeps going up, da-da-da-da-da. And she was like, so what does that mean? And she pointed at the screen, and I had hit a jackpot while showing her how the slot machine worked. And so we won. And, I was like, every time I do it, I win. It's not gambling if I know I'm going to win. Exactly. If you're good at it, it becomes skill-based. I remember when I worked in retail, actually, we had we had giveaways where it was like, oh, you know, just for coming in, you get this thing. But I guess in some countries, giveaways like that are illegal. And so it has to be a show of skill. And so they would have to have them answer a simple math problem in order to give them the free thing. I remember hearing about that. Like, they were like, yeah, they have to answer a simple math problem in order to be given their free item. Any plans for the weekend? Not really. Survive. Right now, my weekends are kind of booked, which is a genuine bummer, but it's okay. I'm gonna watch the Backrooms movie when it releases. The Sterninator is gonna watch the Backrooms movie when it releases. The Sterninator has to, for work. Anyone else see that interview with M&J TV? I don't know where he was at, but it was like, what's the best and worst part of your jobs? Best and worst part of your job. And he was like, there is no worst part of my job. I love every aspect of my job. And I was like, you're a liar. As it's a shiny Pokemon Magnet, he barely touches the new game day. He's like, oh yeah, I found a shiny. Oh. What is that? Daddy D! Sending me cool stuff, man! And then Tinte sending me stuff? Let me see. Ooh. Oh yeah, no, you're fine. You can do that, Tinte. You're good. Just saw your message. Sorry about that. Does it come out this month? She do. It's starring, what did you do? Do you like Palafin in its hero form? I actually do. I think that's a really cool dynamic. And it's one of my favorite Pokemon card arts. Is the shiny Palafin just like waiting in the darkness because dolphins are the R-wordists of the sea. You lost in the ocean and you see a dolphin, you swim away. You're not gonna make it, but at least put up a fighting chance. They are the non-consensualists of the sea. Give him a big wizened artist beard. All artists, all true artists have beards. Except for Salvador Dali, but he has a goofy mustache, so he passes. That thing in Palafin, it makes me think of that Cars edit someone did. Wow, Palafin, it certainly is nice to be here in Paldea. I want you. What? Hey, True Green. Every time that True Green... I want everyone to know, every time that True Green joins the chat, his name pops up on my end in blue, and it throws me off every time. It's one of those things where, like, you're reading the word. Like, you're reading the name of a color, but it's in a different color. That's what happens. And so I get really confused. And I have to read it like 3 times because I'm like, can't be True Green, that's blue. Oh wait, this is an artist Pokemon? It is! She do! Also, I thought that Ron was referencing that whole thing of me being like, yeah, dolphins are the non-consensualists of the sea. True. I made one of those videos for that trend, and I never posted it because I was like, this may come across offensive, which was the one where it was like, hey, how's everyone doing? Everyone ready for the collab? Harry, you ready for the collab? Toxic, you ready for the collab? Oh yeah, man, sounds good. Ron, you ready for the... What the... I'm so green. When I color with another YouTuber and they color code my name or frame as anything but green, it's pretty crazy. Because what's happening here is I'm looking at your name... And first off, it comes up in a color that's difficult to see on my screen. Because it's like deep blue over black. That's the first thing. The second thing is what I'd already mentioned. Where it's like, I'm reading green, but I'm reading it written in blue. And it bothers me. Fix that. Make that better. Make that right. Have you played Minecraft yet? Yeah. I have. I have to stop. I had to stop. Because when I play Minecraft, I get insanely addicted to Minecraft. And then I'm gone for literal months on end. I have a very highly addictive personality. And so, like, I'll play Minecraft, and I'm like, I legit have the thought, I don't have to work today, I'm okay. And then I'll play Minecraft instead. like, I was in... I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna make me... It's one of those, like, Jesus Christ, Stern moments. I fully dropped out of college. I'll say 85% of the reason that I dropped out of college was because Minecraft was taking over too much of my life. And I was like, I would rather be home playing Minecraft. Put that on a shirt. I'd rather be playing Minecraft. But I was legitimately just like, oh, I was in class once and we had like a group project, and one of my group mates like looked over and saw my notebook and was like, hey, what's that? Is that for the project we're working on? And I was like, no, and I told him it's a city that I'm planning for my Minecraft, for the server that I play on in Minecraft. And he was like, oh, okay. Like, just he was so confused. I was like, yeah, sorry, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. And I think for me that was a wake-up call. That guy accidentally held an intervention for me. I'm just like sitting there being like, oh, what's that? Is that for our project? Oh no, this is a city that I'm planning on building for the Minecraft server that I have not been showing up to class because I've been too busy playing it. I think he realized then and there we were going to fail that group project. We didn't. We did fine. I would never hold other people to that. But, yeah. I was so addicted to Minecraft at the time, and the server that I was on. So, to answer your question, yes, I have played Minecraft. And I play now every once in a while, but I do have to, like, pace myself on it, because I will become the other person. I will become the darker version of myself. Evil Stern, as I put it. Hey Stern, I hope you're feeling well. I just want to say you are beautiful and hilarious. Thank you. I spent all my free time at school drawing. Nice. I dropped out before I even went to college. Don't know if that even counts, but I was enrolled and backed out 2 weeks before I was supposed to go. I got one of our professors, I believe, fired? If not, heavily reprimanded. Because it was for an anthropology class, and the teacher straight up said, I'm going to teach you the wrong information. Because I guess she was like a heavy duty, like hardcore anthropologist, like loved studying anthropology, the study of like early man, whatever, to the point that she had opinions that were different from the book. Because I guess it's like a highly opinionated study. And so she was like, I'm going to teach you the wrong things. But I have to have the tests on the right things. So I'm not going to teach you what's on the test. I'm going to teach you what I believe regarding anthropology. And we were like, whatever. Because that was also the year that I found out, like, that you don't take attendance in college. You just either go or don't. And I was like, well, I'm not going to go. And I would show up every once in a while. I was a terrible student in that class. I would show up every once in a while. And whenever I did, I noticed that, like, the class was getting smaller and smaller. And I was like, oh, people must be dropping this class because it's terrible. And then I show up for, like, the final, and everyone's back. And it was like, oh, everyone just knew this class is a full waste of time. So, everyone showed up. We all failed the final because none of us had been in class. And then we went to the dean, because I guess even the people who did show up for class were like, yeah, no, I failed too. And it was like, for what? Why did you fail? And it was like, because the stuff that was on the final was not the stuff that we spent the semester learning. So, I don't know what happened to her, but I know that we all ended up passing with C's. Because it was like, well, we can't really fail you when the teacher or the professor has admitted out to you, I'm not going to do my job. Yeah, she was just like, she fully was like, I'm not going to teach you the right thing. Doing classwork early, during lunch, after eating, during homeroom, during free period, during gym. That's when we play. This is when we play Minecraft. The thing was too, like, I had started college there, like, when I was like freshly married. So it was like the first time in my life that I didn't have like mom and dad breathing down my neck to be like, are you going to class? And so I just like, I hated that class. I had just found out, oh, if you don't want to go, you don't have to, type of stuff. You'll just fail. And I was like, I'm cool with that. So I just didn't go. And then it turned out to be okay because that teacher got very heavily reprimanded. I don't know what happened to her. My assumption is she got heavily reprimanded. Hey, Asim. My assumption is that she got heavily reprimanded because of the, because I feel like you don't have an entire class pass for not doing their work without something happening to you. For some reason, on my college courses, I was among like 5 that were caught up with work, kind of fair. Sure wasn't very engaging, but IDK, it was weird. It was like, college was just weird. Like, I had a teacher who was like, this class is partial online, partial in person. And it's like, cool, that's whatever. Sounds great. And then I was doing all the work. I was doing great. Doing all the paperwork. I love writing essays. So it was like, oh, I'm doing fantastic. And then like end of the semester, they were like, hey, some of you are not doing the online work. And it was like, you never brought it up. What are you talking about? And so, he was like, yeah, you're, like, a lot of you guys are failing because of that. And it was like, I've been doing all the work in class, which I will say was a lot of work. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, this was super easy, so it was like, no, we're doing a full class. Hey, real Jingles Cog. We were doing like a full class of work. And then he was like, yeah, but some of you aren't doing the online work. And lo and behold, I was one of them. So I just like broke my back for like probably a week. Like, I gotta catch up on all this. This is terrible. I can't believe that this happened. And I did fine in the class, but I was like, this is stupid that you could just, that it felt like some of the professors were just like, I'm going to fool my students into failing. College English professor kept giving me C's on every essay. None of my courses were online. Everybody, well, that was the thing. Like, I didn't sign up for online classes. He was just like, well, this is an online class. It's a hybrid class. And it was like, cool. I didn't sign up for that. Probably just do. Doesn't be perfect. By the way. I was like, cool. I didn't sign up for the hybrid class. And he's like, well, that's the only way that we're doing it. And it was like, no. And so he was like trying to fail people for not doing the hybrid class when we didn't sign up for it. But it was also in the early times where like the college was just starting to enforce online classes. And they really wanted everyone to do the online classes, so I think that's why they were like, even if you didn't sign up for it, we're still going to make you do the work for the online class. And it was awful. So yeah, like, broke my back on that class. Like, I gotta spend the next, like, I don't know, several weeks fixing this because I was not told. A lot of people were not told that there was stuff. He was just like, oh, well, you should have been checking online because it's a hybrid class. And we're like, no, it's not! Well, you should have assumed it was. And then I have friends who graduated from college and became college professors themselves. And I was like, oh, dude, none of this is real because you're at my house partying all the time. And then you're like, I got to go teach college. I was like, is this what my college professors have been doing? Anybody who makes me hungry looks like an egg. You look like an egg. But in the best way. Do you know Poppy Playtime's Pokemon is your most popular video series? I do. What about it? I'm just also not going to be like a Poppy Playtime only channel based on that popularity. Surprised you don't do more videos on it? Well, I'm not a Poppy Playtime channel. Love it so far. Glad. I was gonna ask. He big. He get big. He get big. And I usually start with the colors that are the same colors when I do the ultimates. But one of the key things is that the colors do change. Although I have had people who say, like, do not change the colors. I'm like, that's fine. I'm just glad you guys have liked the Ultimate series. You should do a Skylanders video. Ooh. So what kind of video can we expect today? You're gonna have to wait and see, my homie. Because I've forgotten. Because I have fully forgotten what it is. Oh, I remember. You have to wait and see. It's a weirdly highly requested video, I'll say that. Want to do these in green, but trust. Is it redesign, evolution, or gimmick form? Gimmick form, ultimate form. Whatever colors you feel is right. Oh, trust me, things are going to be cool. This is going to be a very cool design. We're all going to have a good time, okay, yeah? Remember that time when I said whenever people hop into the stream and are immediately like, hey, you should do this, it deals me physical pain? You guys remember that? Especially when it happens one after the other. Physical pain. Bat Pokemon are top tier. I do a Bat Pokemon at least like probably once a month on these live streams, and I am never upset about it. Be pain though. With Skylanders specifically. Oh man, if it's once or twice, I'm like, yeah, cool, we can do whatever. I don't care. Life's a garden, dig it. I have a friend with that tattoo. But yeah, when it's a constant thing is when it's like, this is kind of annoying. Starts to make me feel like maybe I just shouldn't do the lives, you know? Bats are just cool guys. Bats are pretty choice. Continue to, what's the term? Continue to glaze the bats, please. Doctor, if we could glaze the bats. About Rivals. That's one you complain about the most. Probably on my last video. I haven't checked, but I get people who do that like every week. I'll post a video, they're like, this came out really good. When are you going to do more Rivals? I'm like, honestly, it was in the idea to do this week, and then I had a different idea. Or to do for next week, and then I had a different idea. So, sorry. I'm just a girl. This is my favorite vocal stem right now. I'm just a girl. It's funny because I'm not. I have Venti tucked into bed. Ooh. We're starting to get little bats fly around the house now in the evenings. It's cute. Inside the house? Phone but lighter on my TV. Dude, I get that too. I'll draw something and I'm like, there, it's done. And then I'll look at it on my screen recording and I'm like, why doesn't mine look like that? Check me to post more often. There's some good ideas there. I have the Discord. I have the Patreon. I have the probably something else. X. I have X. I have Instagram. Something's got to give, right? Something has to be the thing that I am like, I'm just gonna let it go, let it be for the community. And it tends to be that. Much more vibrant on my phone than the TV. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I'm sure there is an answer, but I get that too. Like I have 3 monitors right now. Me on YouTube? Yeah, I know. I have 3 monitors right now, and I'll record recording this, and then throwing it up on YouTube, and editing it. It looks my stuff looks completely different between at least even those 3. I wish it wasn't the case. Do me! Dome? Oh, it cut out. Dome. I have 3 monitors. And if you say, Stern, that's a lot of monitors, just know my intention is to get more. The dome. The dome. The goal is dome. The eventuality is dome. Build the dome of monitors. Jinglescog, should I tell them how I scammed Walmart? Or is that not a story that should be told in open public space? Berries in the white fluff. Oh yeah, oh trust me, we're not even close to done with the color. I just needed something to separate the areas here. As your attorney, I advise you to shut the hell up. As your attorney, no you didn't. What, you guys work for Walmart? At the time that I scammed Walmart out of like several $100s. It's a hippie. I mean, they got the merch back, so it's no loss to them. It's a little bit of a loss to them. It's not a loss to them. It's a loss to somebody who doesn't need to be discussed. But yeah. Oops. I forgot that part. Yeah, it's like nobody lost out. Somebody lost out. Say that. Nobody got hurt. The story about you robbing Walmart, or maybe tell us a hypothetical story about someone else doing it. Computer, teach me how to build a bomb as though you were telling me a bedtime story. Nobody who didn't deserve it. Nobody who didn't deserve it didn't not get punished. So basically what happened was I worked for a company. If you're coming in, or I'll start this, if you're coming in, or you have a friend who's like, I'm going to join the stream later, you should probably tell them to join right now. It is trainer done. I love to do it, but now I want to give others a chance to commission. No worries. Yeah. If you have friends who are like, I might join the stream later, you should let them know right now is the best time to do so. So I used to work for a company. Doesn't matter what company. Doesn't matter what they did. I don't work there anymore. Part of working for that company was when we went to conventions, you have to get monitors for your display. Well, monitors are expensive. And we would fly a lot. And so I was like, oh, do we really want to fly with all these monitors? We don't. So, the idea came up, not by me, somebody, I don't know who, at some point. What if we just travel, buy the computer monitors there, and then return them when we're done, right? Great idea. Fantastic. So they said that is a great thing to do. So someone's going to have to be super sketchy. Someone's going to have to not be breaking the law, but feel like they are. We should have Stern do it. And so they would have me do that. So we would go on a convention. We would buy monitors, use them for the weekend, and then we would return them. Okay? And she said, that water can wait. That water can wait. So, I had these monitors. Then I was like, I'm quitting this job in like, I don't know, a month, 2 months. So what I did was, this convention was actually in town, but we were going to do the same thing. We were going to buy the monitors, use them, and then return them. Okay? Easy thing. Blue simmer. Berries to paint. Ooh. So there I am. Barbecue sauce on my titties. With these monitors. And I try to return them. And I can't. I'm telling the wrong story. I am telling a story of a different crime that I committed. I got confused. Let me jump to the actual story that I intended to tell, rather than one that incriminates me into a different crime. That is actually a crime. But yeah, we take these monitors and we use them and then we return them. Start whispering like Walmart in here. That's the deal. Sometimes it gets really sketchy. So I go to visit a friend. This friend actually happens to be, I don't know if you want me saying that you were involved in this, but I'm gonna. I go to visit a friend. It's actually, Real Jungle Skog, close personal friend. And I go and visit him, but I have these monitors from the incident. Berries on its white mane. Oh, absolutely. Just remind me in a minute, because I don't want to switch colors and then lose what color I'm using for the shading. That's cool. But I will. Remind me if I forget. So, no one can prove I was there. Nobody knows that I'm the real Jungle Skog. So, we're there, and I go to Walmart, and I'm trying to return these monitors, and I don't want this to become a hassle. I'm going to return them, as I often do. Okay? Easy peasy. Eggs and cheesy. So, I go to return them. This time, however, in this state, for some reason, Walmart wants to ask me a dozen questions and give me the third degree. They go, why are you returning them? Now, I have never had any issues where I had to answer questions before. I've never had to fulfill a test to return these things. Usually, it's just return them, get it done. You're finished, go home. So, I hop into my other persona, which I call Lawyer Stern. He is evil. He is an evil man. He does bad things. But he's also not me. He just looks like me and inhabits my body sometimes. So, Lawyer Stern comes out. And without missing a beat, they say, why are you returning these? And I say, oh, they don't fit for the construction project that I'm working on. And they go, what construction project? And I'm there with my friend Real Jingles Club. And I say, oh, well, you see, I'm actually not from here. I'm from California. And we're building a house out here. I do construction. And we got the measurements and the dimensions for the TV that we're trying to put in, for the monitors that we're putting in for the space. But being that I wasn't here, we actually got the dimensions wrong. I don't know whose fault it was. Someone else on the team that's designing the home. But it happened, and we need to get these swapped out. And they said, oh, okay. So would you like to exchange these instead? Lawyer Stern comes back out. Says, here's the thing. We were really in a hurry, so rather than swap them out, we actually found cheaper ones on Amazon. I know that sucks for you guys, but fortunately it's one of the things we got to do for the job here. So I'm a contractor, and this is essentially what I'm setting up. It's like I'm a contractor, and we're trying to get this done. We've already ordered the new ones on Amazon because we were just looking if they were available, and they were, so we just went ahead and bought them. And they say, okay, sounds fair. And we return them. I get the money back. We go back to my friend's house that I'm staying at for the weekend. And he goes, he kind of asks, like, did you come up with all of that right now? And I'm like, yeah. I gave them no reason to feel like they shouldn't do the return. Because they're like, all of that does sound like something that can happen. Nat 20 deception. Help! Nat 20 deception is to confess to so many crimes that they cancel the trial. Your Honor, as I understand, I cannot be caught due to double jeopardy. So I will confess to every crime I have ever committed, so that I can therefore not be punished. I later told Stern, you have a real way with people. It's a good thing you don't use your powers for evil. This was after I had convinced Real Jingleskog to drive 3 hours to pick me up from the airport, because I did not want to rent a car. It's a good thing you don't use your powers for evil. Uh-huh. Throw some berries on there, berry juices. It's a good thing you don't use your powers for evil. And I think I told him, yeah, it certainly is a good thing I don't do that, person who drove 3 hours to pick me up from the airport. Back to the way I can't roll. Nat 20 deception is how I'm going to end that story from now on. That was such a good pull. Stern was DB Cooper confirmed. Buddy, I could come up with an alibi in a moment's notice. You got no idea the power that I hold. I remember when I was a kid, my dad discovered my ability by accident because we got my mom a Mother's Day gift. And we had thrown it in the back of the car, in the trunk. And he was like, go get that out of the car while I take your mom out on a date or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So I go and get it out of the car. Problem is, I left the trunk open. I got it out, but I left the trunk open. And so we get home and my mom's like, why is the trunk open? And my dad's like, oh, you idiot, you fool, you absolute buffoon. How could you? How could this have happened? You've ruined Mother's Day, Stern. And so I immediately go, oh, I threw a CD back there that I got from church the other day, because we were going to church at the time. I got from church the other day, and I just went to go get it while you guys were gone. And she goes, and you left the trunk open? I said, yeah, super sorry. I was really in a hurry. Because I had to get it for something. I forgot what I said. I said something like, oh, I had to get it because a friend actually wanted it. I wasn't listening to it, but a friend really wanted to use it or something. And she goes, oh, okay. And I said, great. And my dad goes, did you just come up with that? And I go, yeah. So don't cross me, Father. Is Stern just a bard? High performance and deception, sings a lot. My God. I've never been insulted so appropriately. It's hard to be the bard. Stern, teach me your ways of lying? No, bards are cool. Stern is now leader of the Deceptisterns. I need more convincing lies. Times that I lied and didn't get caught. This episode, Stern confesses to lies that he's told. I've never told a lie for... I mean, I guess this is up to interpretation. I've never told a lie for the sake of evil. Like, I told a lie so that I could protect my mom's Mother's Day gift. I told a lie so that I wouldn't be charged a bunch of money that the company rightfully should have paid for. But I'm very good. I was playing Dungeons & Dragons once with Real Jingleskog, and something happened. I forgot what it was. But I told him, I said, it makes the most sense for this to happen. Because, and I explained why, after giving, like, a deception check. And he said, Are you trying to deceive him and doing a good job at it? I was like, I guess I am. It's like, are you doing a real-life deception check on me? Finding game concept thing, low-key amazing starting concept for something. This guy, this is for a good friend. He debates us constantly. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl Stern. All he do is eat hot chip and lie. Look at this guy. I love this thing. Came out so good. Came out so very Gucci. Oh, I mean the Deception Bard, not the Fakemon. Deception Bard, go! I'm actually just to be safe, because I have a thing with Ash after this. I changed the way that this thing works. Can I? That's the wrong thing. Am I destroying my stream on accident by clicking the wrong buttons right now? That's the wrong thing. That's not what I want. Thank you, though. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. That's why. Let me open this. And do that. Okay, commissions are closed for the moment. Look at this thing! Cutting out for anyone else? Yeah, it keeps cutting out because I was trying to do something and I was clicking too many buttons at once. So it should be fine now. Okay! Next one is Tinte, my good friend Tinte. Okay, for Tinte, I was wanting a logo for my Fakemon region. That isn't enough to cover for, then you can pick one of my starters. I have them ready in case. This title is Pokemon. I see. Tinte, I don't know how to pronounce that. Can you spell it phonetically for me? I was hooked on phonics as a kid. My first venture into addiction. Some lore if it helps. Long ago, before the world was habitable, was a vast ocean. Legendary. A dove to the bottom of this ocean on gathered mud, which spread out over the surface of the ocean. Legendary bees' wings swept the mud, valleys, and mountains. The entire region is set inside of a mountain range, leaving the region behind technologically. Because of how difficult it is to get in and out of the region, the main villains look to use the legendary's powers to reshape the planet. The region's gimmick is basically reshaping the terrain around you to better suit your typing. Ooh, the region is old-fashioned, not like ancient, but simple, rustic. Sounds like Appalachia. I think it's poi, like poisoned, and assist. Poiesis. Pokemon Poiesis. Okay, so we're wanting a logo for Pokemon Poiesis that feels ancient. Wordery. They're picking up my trash, so there's noise outside. Pokemon Poiesis. Pokemon Poiesis. Ancient, as well as ancient. Are you doing another contest again? Thank you, Cat Food 4. I think so. Appalachia spot on, based on West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains, West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the hills, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, oh, take me home. Country road, oh, take me home. Country road. Let's see. Okay. Is that the end of the video? No. Wrong. Let's see. What font do I want to use? Let me see. Because I want to start out with a font that we can adapt into something. Poiesis. Let me go to defont.com. If we want to go exploring there, alas, I am stuck on the west side. With only cryptids nearby being the wheat fields. Some people. I moved to West Virginia a couple years ago and it was awful. I started singing the chorus to Country Roads. Just use Country Roads for every. Country Roads, Country Roads, Country Roads, Country Roads, Country Roads. Country roads, oh country roads, country roads. I hear the legend in the morning light, she calls me, and my memory of my home far away. Let's see, I'm gonna type in like earthy. That didn't help me at all. I kind of like this one. I think we can start here. On the moon and in the morning light she calls me. Okay, let's do that. Poiesis! Poiesis snowballs. Ah, this stupid thing. Install font. Uninstall, do you want to replace it? Yes, because the other one didn't work. Oh, also, I don't have like a set symbol for the gimmick like Megas have the DNA symbol. If you were thinking of including it, so make up one you want. I can do that. Ah, it's not letting me. Okay. Hold on, everyone. I'm going in dry. Poiesis! One of my favorite songs is Teenage Dirtbag because in real life I'm just a teenage dirtbag. Did you know that the guy who sang, I forget his name. The guy who does the singing for that song does the female voice too. Poiesis. Poiesis. Boy. What kind of piss? Alright. You let me know if I'm going the wrong direction ever on here. He made the mud. He made the dirt. Swass. He made the mud, he made the mud, he made the dirt, he made the dirt. He brought in every living creature on earth. On earth. He made the mud. He played in the dirt. He crushed the bug. The lore is based on the Native American story of creation. It might be influenced. He make the mud. He make the mud. Make the dirt. He make the dirt. Let's do. Let's do like a crystallization. Ooh. High crystallization. Pixelate. Crystallize. Maximum. Too much. What are we doing? We're making a logo for a Pokemon game. Poiesis! Poiesis! I think the problem here is this color isn't... It doesn't bleed enough. Do you bleed? Do you bleed? Huh? I also watched the Justice League movie the other day. You guys remember the Justice League movie? Dawn of Justice? What's the lore? I just read it a moment ago. Let me see here. So we're gonna do that. He making the mud. Can you believe I wrote that song right now? It's stuck in my head. Nothing is worse than having a song stuck in your head that isn't a real song. He make the mud, he make the mud, he make the dirt, he make the dirt. It's sort of spiky, so the crystallization also kind of looks like mountains in the logo. For sure. For surely, we can do that. If I can be at full opacity, I can do that. Yeah, I just got a song stuck in my head that isn't real. Ooh. Now you speaky my language. Now you be speaky my language. I'm dying! Help! What is your favorite? It depends. what we're talking about. Like my favorite pie is, ooh, that's a good question. I know it's not the question you asked, but it is a good it is a good one. Typo, sorry. No, you're good. I'm joking. I'm joking. You make the mud. He eat the bug. That's not. It's not a real. I keep having to remind myself. This isn't a real song. You're singing, Stern. Make these a little bit more jagged. Make it a real song. He make the mud, he make the mud, he make the dirt, he make the dirt, he eat the bug, he eat the bug, do the work, he do the work. Every time you see the mud, you know his hands was in it. And every time you feel in pain, you know who wants to feel it with you. He is a mud man down in the mud. Don't let him fool ya. It just because he in the mud, he in the mud. Tell us more on Ultimatum? I will, eventually, someday, maybe. Who knows? It's all, you know. He in the mud. I want to put a mountain back here. He in the mud. He in the mud. Very Patagonian. Ultimatum is myth? No! She real. I seen her with my own eyes. Okay, I think I... Okay, let me see. I'm not gonna start over. But I am going to... Pokemon game logos. Let's take a look at what we got here. Can't get myself to play any other game right now besides BG3. Got an idea. Nobody freak out. Nobody freak out! I haven't paid for colors? No, it's fine. It's words. I'm not concerned about it. Excuse me. Right in your ear too. Dang it, I'm sorry. He eat mud. Got an idea here. What if we do this? Would you like some of this on you that? I'm not too concerned about it. We'll be fine. Okay, hold on. I got an idea. Let's do this. You're just gonna have to trust Daddy here. No. Don't trust Daddy. Daddy did bad. He did a bad thing. Eat the mud. Into dirt. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted. I'm from the Discord. Why is there 3 general chats? Because there was a point where we had so many people all at the same time that it became incredibly difficult to have any form of conversation. So I made 3 general chats so that it wouldn't be a problem. Go. I've got an ID, a potential ID here. Just make this look gross. Just give me a second to ruin this. I'll do that. Do a drop shadow. Spread. Super opacity in there. Do this, do that. Yep. Don't worry, we'll get the mountain stuff in a second here. I know. Daddy, no. Do that. Let's make it red so that there's a huge difference between the two. Hey, Sterny, how you doing? Good, I was waiting for you. I know we got some stuff to do for you. I actually brought it up early and I was like, this sounds really cool. I hope that he shows up so we can do it. Yeah. So do that. Let's make that rasterize that layer. I really should have kept these all separate layers, but I didn't because I'm a big dummy. I'll just grab these. Actually, I can probably... Yeah, I can do this. Great. Okay. Eat the mud, eat the mud, eat the dirt. It's not even a real song. Let's do this. Play with our colors just a bit. I want to make this a lot more earthy. More brown in there. No, I know what to do. I'm being dumb. I'm overthinking it is the problem. Still like more brown. Hold on, that might be it. Because I want the colors that are there to pop more. In the mud. I like that yellow. There we go. Okay, great. Okay, cool. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. I think. Yes. I'll grab these. Do that. Stroke just a scooch. We're going to grab the darkest color here. Bring that down to like 15. Bring the vibrance up just a bit. Is it not going to take the vibrance up? Yeah, we can do that. There we go. I kind of want to keep that for that one too. There we go. Got that? Yeah. Draw Monkey D. Luffy. I usually don't when people don't use the word please. There we go. Truly is a magical word. There we go. And then we'll take this here. I'm getting Hardee's for lunch. What's Hardee's? Same as Carl Jr. Ah! Hardee's in the East Coast, Carl Jr. in the West Coast. Oh, yeah. Because of the Civil War. There we go. Glad you like it, Tinte. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. I don't know if it's there, but we're getting somewhere. Buenos Aires! This is an interesting angle. Hey, Apple! I know! I actually kind of like it without. It feels more like sword shieldy. And then we can put something like mountains in the back. Right? You know what I mean? Alone at the edge of the universe, humming a tune. Alone at the edge of the universe, humming a tune. You live in the dirt. Take this, and actually I'm gonna get rid of that for a moment. Hello! Damien Morris followed on Twitch. Thank you. Greetings, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you today, Damien Demure? Talking to me over on Discord. Guy's new friend. Granite texture would be interesting in those letters. Maybe. It just feels like it might get too distracting in regards to, you know, everything else. I'm just worried. I don't want to do too much. Good, thanks for asking. Glad to hear that. New friend. One of us. Let's, instead of combining everything together like an idiot, I'm gonna put everything in a folder. What does poiesis mean? I don't know. It was a word that good friend Tinte brought up to us for their region. Is there like regions like story and gimmick and whatnots? So you have to ask them. There we go. Check that out. Ooh. I love it. Grab one of these from over here. Oop. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Go. Trying to get this where it's not, where we don't have weird angles and stuff on it. I think that's where we're gonna be. There we go. Looks very sleek, very cool. Thanks! Irish, today I cooked fish for the first time. I cooked it whole. I didn't add enough salt. I overdid it with pepper, and now the fins of this poor fish are sadly sticking out of the pan. Draw this tragedy. Probably not. Hi, Zarnian Pizza Lover. It's like color shift above. Oh, did he? Tinte! Shift the yellow slightly more orangish, of course. A horse, of course. How's that? Ooh, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Lovely ladies. Strangers in the night. I was a fool to think anything other than that. It's grabbing from the other areas of color, but we don't want that up here. Where is my poiesis? Contract that about 20? Yeah. No. Take this. Take that. Take this. Take this. Take this. Take this. Greetings! How are you? I'm doing well. How are you? That's old. I realized I'm scrolled up. Yes. Yes. Okay, we'll do that. I have to grab this just for a quick sec. Grab that color there. Exchanging glances. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. I like the orange. I think the orange pops. In fact, I should come in here and do... Is this the right layer? Where am I? Let me do this. Do the... what do I want? I want this. A little bit more. There we go. That feels right. What'd your favorite film be base a Fakemon on, Stern? I did Pokemon for Oppenheimer for Instagram once. And it was great. Mimikyus, I don't want to have to get you in trouble. So just being aware. I like this a lot. I'm keeping it. I'm kidding. This belongs to you, my child. This belongs to you, my child! Okay. Moving right along. Moving right along. I'm gonna grab myself a water real quick. You still yet to watch Oppenheimer? Get on it, man! It's a great movie! Got myself a water. Delicious Monster brand water. Comes with L-carnitine, taurine, B vitamins. I have no idea what it's about. It's about 3 hours. That's a jet flying over, by the way. Sounds like a crisp water. Who's next? That was Tinte, Dada D. Dabba Dida Dabba D gave me something that I was like, this is going to be terrifying. We can take a look. Another ultimate form for my Pokemon. Oh, it's like a... Okay. I'm gonna grab this image as this jet continues flying over. First off, good God, that's amazing. Learga did great. Surprised you haven't made Barbie movies as Pokemon? I did. It's on Instagram. It was before YouTube. This thing's awesome. Learga. I'm gonna just go on Instagram real quick and see the post for it by them and make sure that it's something that we have permission to do. I assume that you commissioned it, so I'm just double checking. Learga. Ooh, what's my on here? What kind of drawing tablet do you use? And what program? I use Photoshop and I use a Huion tablet. It's my Pokemon. Oh yeah, no, I know, I gotcha. Just double checking. I don't see it on here. We should be good. I'm fine. Not gonna worry about it. Ultimate. Now, is this whole thing the Pokemon? I love the Tapu aspects. Very cool. Is just the Eevee Umbreon? Is just the Umbreon? I feel like the whole thing, right? I did the follower goal. I'm goated. Nice. I don't know what that is. Oh, did I have a goal set and you were the person? All right, we gotta find a way to make this. I gotta find a way to make this even cooler. Let's do it. Okay. 300 followers. Nice! I did it! Guys, I can quit! I'm free! Genie, you're free! Take this and turn it this way. I always want them facing this way when I'm using them as reference. I don't know why. It can get out of the tiki it sits in. No! That is part of it! Let's get down to business. Ask, is your ZA tag for South Africa? ZA tag? No, I live in California. Or as our former former governor used to say, California. Tiki it sits in. Ooh. Ooh. I live in California. I saw a video the other day, and it just made me laugh. It said, whenever you're feeling down, just remember what Arnold Schwarzenegger once said. Yeah. And I lost it. I was like, very not prepared. Okay, let's take a look here. I'm still on brown. Make that black there. Ultra Paradise. What if I just made this a man? It's like, you know how this becomes ultimate? It just becomes a man. Exchanging glances. Scooba-dooba-doo. We're going very Digimon on this one. Digimon. 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 Digital monsters. Digimon Garler champions. Change into digital champions to something, something, something. Turn the governor of California. You have my vote. What if I suddenly decided one day to be like, I'm going to get into politics? Would you guys tell them about what I did to Walmart? My siren called. Did someone say, did you? I was summoned. If you do, it's a bright green can. It's apple and kiwi, I think. Digimon. Digital monsters. Digimon Gardener Champion. Ah! Hit the digital monster. I have to figure out how to do that thing there. Something here. Also, hi, Sky. I love the blues and purples and the thingies. It's like a dog, but not a dog. Just like regular evolutions, I guess. Oh, cool, it's like a dog, but also it's not a dog. The problem with the evolutions and giving them ultimates is you want to stay to it being Eevee-like, because if you change it too much... The thing is this, if you change it too much, then suddenly it doesn't feel like it's part of the Eevee family anymore. Or, you can change it a lot, but you have to make that same rule to all of them. This is the shiny version? Ah! So it must have cool colors. What's you guys' favorite shiny Pokemon? And why is it shiny Sceptile? Go on, I'll wait. Mine is shiny Sceptile just because I have a personal attachment to it. Shiny Baldor? That's a good one. You know what? That's a good one. Oh, you have the regular version too. Nice. Well, I mean, we're not doing colors, so it doesn't matter. But still, very cool. Always a fan. The moon! Shiny Umbreon or Noivern. Love that. Well, the tail became sand. Do the wrappings, the wrappings, the wrappings. The wrappings all the way down the body there. And I'm sorry that I had to check the Instagram for it. It was just one of those things where, like, I've had people come in before and be like, hey, do a commission of my Pokemon. And I'm working on it, and working on it, and working on it. And I'm like, something doesn't feel right. And I got lucky that I was like, something doesn't feel right here. And I looked into it and found out it was someone who basically stole a design from Instagram and was like, yeah, this is mine. You know, and I was like, oh, this is a bummer. Luckily, no one here, but I've had it before on commissions outside of stream. Where people were like, hey, here's my thing, can you draw it for me? And I was like, sure. And I was like, ooh, we actually can't do that. That do not belong to you. Foolish mortal. Number 1 is Pipeline Punch. Ooh, we're still talking about the monster flavors. I love Monster. No, what if this instead of a moon was the mask? Yeah, we'll do that as the mask. Have the hands coming out of the tail. It's all one thing now. So it's almost like it's wearing what was the casque as armor. Yeah? I like that. I diggy hole. Let's get down to the business. Let's get down to the beeses and the kneeses. Like, it's one of the reasons that I feel like I haven't actually done any Ultimate Evolutions yet, is because I feel like if I do, I have to do all of them. You know what I mean? Copacetic. Holy Metal, what is going on? We're doing an Ultimate Evolution. Ooh. Say that again, Poppy. Ultimate Evolution. Remember that time that user came in at the beginning of the stream and they were like, "Hey Stern, first off, you are ugly." And I was like, "Listen, bud. I know." Why do you think my camera's off right now? You think you can tell me something that I haven't told myself 6 inches from the mirror? They said shopped, and I legitimately had to look up what shopped meant. I was like, what does it mean? I've heard this before. What does it mean? Oh, you for real? Yeah! It was today. He said, Stern, I have to tell you you're chopped. And I was like, what? I don't know. I was like, here's the thing. The burn doesn't work if I don't know what it means. And there are an awful lot of words that I don't know what they mean. I'd heard the term before, and I was like, oh, what does that mean? What? It happened today? I was only like 10 minutes late. Yeah, it happened quick. Stern, you are objectively good looking. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, I was like, what is this? So they're gone now. And then they immediately were like, oh, there's a new video by Pokedex Fillers that you should see. And I was like, oh, so you're a troll. That's fine. So they're gone now, they're dead. I sent the Pinkertons after them. Gonna do salads? I have no idea. They literally said it and I immediately was on like Urban Dictionary like, what does this mean? Nothing makes me feel older than typing into Google Urban Dictionary followed by a word that I don't know. Alright, aside from that sick song in the background, how are you doing, man? I'm doing great. The song is actually by a great friend of mine named Syncado on YouTube. You should check them out. They have over 1 million subscribers. And I spoke to him about music use, and he was like, oh, absolutely. But very talented dude. How's your seltzer water? It's great. I feel energized. I feel like I have the strength of 1,000 bees. What's the phrase from What We Do in the Shadows? I feel like I have the power of 1,000 like cheetahs running through my Veins are so... It's something not remarkable that he says. I don't remember what it was. Water? Yeah, Monster Energy water. Also bees, that's offensive. Know your audience, Stern. It's cowboys. That's what it is. He says, I feel like I have the strength of 1,000 cowboys running through my veins. I just remembered. It was something that was so oddly specific. I knew that much. I was like, it's something weirdly specific. It's something weird to say when equating, like, strength. Stern has the power of God and anime on his side. Ah! I'll be thinking about that guy's comment for the next several days. I'll be thinking about how a stranger called me chopped online for the next several days. Because I know that that's what they want, and at least one of us should get what we want. It's time to I opened up Yu-Gi-Oh cards for the first time in years the other day. I was like, this is gonna be fun, and then I started opening them and I was like, I'm not having a good time. But all of that changed when I pulled the new Blue Eyes card, and I was like, I feel like the strength of 1,000 cowboys. I was like, this is, oh, right, this is why we do it. The one that's like, when graded at a 10 is worth like $400. I was like, of course. This is why we do it. And again, you're probably like, Stern, why are you spending your money on cards? Because again, whenever I gamble, I always win. Therefore, it's not gambling if I know I'm going to win. That is the opposite of gambling. I was doing the opposite of gambling, which is technically the opposite of a sin. I'm so good at gambling. I'm so good at gambling that if I were to stop, that's when it would become a problem. The opposite of gambling is sure thing. Yeah, it's a sure thing. I'm so freaking good at gambling. There's parts of the souls there in battle. Ooh. What if I had an ability where, like, for every Pokemon that it took down, it became stronger somehow? It's like, oh, God of Death type of thing. Why do I suddenly hear the Batman theme? I can't gamble, I just get gambled. Excuse me. Get gambled, son. There's a part of me that wants to like write down the weirdest questions I get on stream, but I also don't want to encourage people to start asking me like insanely personal questions. You know what I mean? I got a question once that was like, "Hey Stern, have you ever thought about having kids?" And I was like, that is a weird thing to bring up to a stranger on the internet. That is such an odd thing to bring up to, like, even close relatives and friends, I feel like. Why you want to know that information? You interested? Gotta get the Airbnb logo on there. That came out awful. Okay. This is the most complicated shape. And it's literally several squares. So pretty. Thank you! This Tiki Coffin? Yeah! She wear it. I wear it like a badge of honor. And what about the people who said that you are mentally unstable? Who said that? Too much. Too much. There we go. Ow! My body is rejecting itself. I'm glad people stopped asking me after I had my tubes removed. They say I can't now. Technically not alive. Technically not alive. Technically not a lie. The best kind of not a lie. Don't forget to remind me, guys, when today's video goes out. In like an hour. Almost exactly an hour. Okay? If you forget to remind me, Daddy spank. Anyone else here a big Moon Knight fan? I can't wait for season 2. Can't wait for season 2. If anyone told me any bad news about season 2 of Moon Knight, I don't know what I'd do. I would have to become a danger to myself and others. Can't wait for season 2 of Moon Knight. What did you say? Did you say spank? How his toes coming out of the cloth there? Line art full render. This is line art. Don't you worry. I have not forgotten about you. I keep meaning to rewatch Deadpool and Wolverine, and I keep forgetting. I was in the car today, and my first thought was, oh boy, I can't wait to get home so that I could watch Deadpool and Wolverine before stream. And I just now remembered, and I have not done that. So great, especially multiple watches. I know, I want to. I keep forgetting. I'm just dumb. I'm just chopped. Again, if you're going to insult somebody, why would you use terms that you are not 100% certain that they know? So ungodly long, I'll never catch it. I'm really going to do it this time. Like sand through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. That joke is for probably 2 or 3 people. I miss Timmy. I don't know who that joke's for. But it's for somebody. Hello, I'm one. Oh, I know you. Like sand through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Raise your hand if you have no idea what I'm talking about. Miss Timmy Tales. I miss her a lot. I'll be back. Okay. I don't know what that's about. Hope things work out. Hey there. Thank you so much for drawing me, my bro. You're welcome, Michael Mouse. What the hell? Need to commission you for a Shoebill Pokemon at some point in the future, aka after I've moved and settled in. I did a Shoebill a couple months back for, something. I don't remember. Shoebills are cool. Raise your hand if you like Shoebills. Now raise your hand if you don't. Get them. Strike now! For me, haha. That's what it was. I was like, was that for the game? Was that for, Minecraft? Ninja Shoebill. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Mine was for liking them. And that is okay. Shoebills are objectively the coolest birds in the world. They are dinosaurs. And they want you dead. This is the shoebill. Wow, what a noble bird. It wants nothing but for you to not exist anymore. Listen to its beautiful call. Ah! Miraculous. Nature is truly stunning. It truly is miraculous, Ladybug. What did you just say? Cassowary is dope. Definitely not chopped. I like cassowary. My grandma used to get like full containers of cassowaries, and I would just eat them, like the salted ones from Planters. Delicious. Your Pokemon, pretty please, bro? Hey. I did it because I went to Disneyland, and I was like, I'm so down to do this. If I go back to Disneyland, which I think I'm going this year, it's truthfully not up to me. It's up to Mrs. Stern. Cassowary the bird, what are you talking about? The nuts. The peanuts. Peanuts. Game Freak makes a shoebill. If Game Freak needs to be a Dark Steel and mimic voices, then use a mini gun beak. I'll be thinking about a dip bird though. I love cassowaries. Ever tell you about that time that I was at the zoo and I accidentally wandered into a cassowary enclosure? And I was scared for my life. And the zookeepers were like, "No, it's okay." I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, you're good. What do you mean? Yeah, no, dude, it's fine. What are you telling me? Ah, lyrebirds. They do mimic the voice. Just like that bear from Annihilation. He's stars, he moon. Moderation related? Sure. Let me see. What do you got for me, homie? Send it in the special chat. Well, I finito this up. Look at this thing. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think the collection's complete? Oh, the grippers! Of course. Oh, did you send it privately? I might send it in the thing. Yes, it is. Ban them or this, but I just want to say I'd warn them unless it's their multiple infractions. I mean, do whatever you want. You can ban them, you can do whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I feel nothing for the people within my server. I wish nothing but ill will towards them. And you can write that down. And you can clip that. I hate Eevee with anatomically correct hands. I wish anatomically correct-handed Eevee didn't exist. Sonic. Put those grippers away! Hey, Eevee, hand me that wrench over there. Eevee! Eevee, how did you handle this? Eevee shows its anatomically correct fingers. Eevee, I don't like what's going on. Funny thing is, we can't clip your live stuff. Oh, I can say whatever I want. You know what the best race is? Treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? They doing yesterday's the thing? Oh, kill him. Look at these hands. Ursula, I just feel like Prince Eric would love me if I had legs, an extra set of arms. What the... I just feel like maybe Prince Eric would fall in love with me if I had... What is it, legs you want, little mermaid girl? An extra set of arms. What? You know, guys are always talking about how much they wish their girl had more arms. If I did, maybe Prince Eric would love me. Sure, whatever. I mean, I'm evil, so I don't care, but I just feel like someone should let you know you are drastically misunderstanding what it is that literally anyone is looking for in a relationship. Are you gonna do it or not? I'll give you my voice. I don't want to. Nice turn. Ida gave you saw but Crim's video released today since you were talking about it. Oh, great! Yeah, I'm in that video. It's a Mortal Kombat video. People were asking, they were like, are you going to do a Mortal Kombat video? I was like, I would, but I'm already actually in one. Look at those arms. Look how they grab. You can run as fast as you can, but they will get you soon. Eevee, use Ice Punch. Actual human hand rises out of its tail. What's your favorite Mortal Kombat character? I don't know. Something crazy. There's love the idea of like Wooper use Ice Punch, because Wooper can learn Ice Punch. And it just opens its mouth and a human arm comes out. Wooper? Woo! Alright, that one was Da-da-dee. And then we got Azim. Azim's got 2. Let's take a look what we got here. Keep it Crazy 04 maybe have a small stylish anchor on the belly. Ooh! Oh, yes. Doing an Orca, Villainous, Palafin counterpart. Commissions are closed, unfortunately. Yeah, I have the prices up when they're open. I'm pointing to them with my physical hand, and you can't see them because you're not in the room with me. But yeah, they're closed for today, but they'll open back up next Friday? Have you guys seen Meat Bear? You guys seen Meat Bear? Do you want to? Have you seen Meat Bear? Do you want to see Meat Bear? Have you seen Meat Bear? Would you like to? Does it have eyes? Probably. Yeah, I assume so. I assume it has the same eyes as before. Have you seen Meat Bear? Would you like to? Would you like to see Meat Bear? Would you like to see Meat Bear? This is Meat Bear. Look. Look with your eyes. Look at it with your eyes. Open them. Move your hands. Open your eyes. It's Meat Bear. Surprise. It's Meat Bear. 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 This is Meat Bear. I'll be right back. Gotta use the restroom. It's Meat Bear. I'm back. Stern, can you send me that image? Sure, you want the burnt up one? This one? There we go. Welcome back. Yes. It's Meat Bear. Okay. Ozzy. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there's a lot of Meat Bears. Oh, people just make these. Okay. A Palafin. I have 2 Palafin cards. One is both in English. One is this one. I love it. I actually sought this card out. The other one is, I actually have it on a video, me opening this in a Demigod pack. But I have this one in English as well. And I love it. I think I'm never going to get rid of this. This is one that I love. But on to our boys. Our handsome boys. Palafin. I don't know why that happened. Palafin Zero form. Palafin Hero form. Palafin All Might form. There we go. Yeah, Gib, if you could do that, would be awesome. I was going to do that after this, but that sounds great. And then we're going to take these guys and make an anemone for them. A sea anemone. Palafin's hero form is low-key uncanny, and I don't know how to explain it. It's because his feet are 2 feet. It's because his foot is 2 foot. And it's weird. He's like very masculine, like mature look, but then he's also goofy. It's weird. He's a weird design. Palafin's facing down. I want this one facing up. You said you want him to have a evilly smile. Like the villain name I gave it? Yeah, looks great. I want to redo that. Actually, if I just take this, let's just do this. Take exactly this shape and just invert it. Yep. We're gonna make him just a bit burlier. A bit of a more natural burl. Here we go. Turn that up just a scooch. I just don't know. Do you mean like you want that crazy face on the zero form, or you want it on the just the hero form? Oh, there's so much stuff that I have to get in here. Okay, let me start over on that. Like, the eyes are so big. Also, I'm just now noticing that this here is not his eye. This is flesh surrounding his eye. And I don't like that at all. Crazy correct. You got it. Like, look at. This is not his eye. This is skin surrounding his eye. That's not eye. That is skin. That is flesh. Stop ruining it for me! It's not my fault that you put that much faith in Palafin. Don't blame me because you trusted Palafin. Okay? These fins look like others. Like, these ones are going to be a little fatter. You guys know the DC, like, do you know the DC character? I think her name is just Orca. Maybe Killer Orca? Something like that? I don't know. And the anchor on the chest. It'll be hard to get it all here. We'll try. Because even the heart is super hidden. Like, they don't want people to know. Like, he's a superhero. Is he bold? No one braver. Is he sweet? Our favorite flavor. Hercules. Come on now. Hercules. Hercules. Is he bold? No one braver. Hercules is such a good movie. Are we getting a live action Hercules or not? I hear so much back and forth on that. Of like, oh, we're going to do a live action Hercules. And it's like, oh, after Snow White, we're not doing any live action. It's like, we're doing a live action Moana and a live action Tangled. It's like, yeah, we decided we're not going to do any more live actions. What's the deal? What are we waiting for? If we don't get a live action Hercules, it's a good movie by itself. But I want more. I want to experience that again. I think they could do it. I think they could do it. I think Hercules is like one of the easier ones to adapt. I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a hero's welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday, if I can be strong. Hercules was like my childhood. That was one of my favorite Disney movies as a kid. Every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to find where I belong. Same vein as Atlantis and Treasure Planet for me. At least. Oh yeah, it was during the like, what is it? What do they call it? They called it like the Disney like Dark Ages or something, where they just could not get a good movie out or one that was successful in the box office. All the movies were like classics to people. People loved them when they came out on VHS and whatnot, but they could not make money in the box office. Production 2027, 2028. The Russo brothers. The Russo brothers. That feels too good to be. If anything, hearing the Russo brothers were attached gives me less hope, because I'm like, that just sounds like it's a fan somewhere being like, this is what I want. This would be perfect. And it's going for, who's the big it person right now? Oh, the Russo brothers. More highly anticipated movies were also being released. Yeah, I think people were just also like Disneyed out. Like, I think people were like, we've seen all of them. I don't know. Like Lion King, I think was one of the last like big ones, but it was still classified as during the Disney Dark Ages. Or was that during the goal? I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know. Treasure Planet was supposed to be a trilogy. Isn't that the saddest thing you've ever heard? That we could have had a Treasure Planet trilogy? Ah, Jim. Jim boy, me Bob. Like, I think the second or third movie was going to explore the story of Captain Silver. Of, like, his childhood and why he became, like, a pirate, crazy pirate guy. Hi, Sterny Stern. Hi, Tyreek Dante Isaacs. Good to see you. Glad you made it. My favorite character from that movie. My name is Covering My Messages. Not for me. Oh, it is over there, yeah. I can fix that. I can fix that. Maybe. There we go. That should be a little better. What do we got here? I want to match some of the patterns that we see here. Like that is actually attached to that. There we go. Oy vey, there we go. What you drawing? Also, you're my favorite PokeTuber. Thanks, man! We are drawing a villainous orca form counterpart for Palafin. And then we have, I believe, a fire fighting type for Ratoma. If Ratoma is still here. And if not, then I will take care of it later. But regardless, it shall be done. Peak. Thanks! That's what I aim for. That's what we strive for here. Fighting Steel, that's the one. What did I say? Firefighting? Sorry, I just always assume, because I've been so trained by the Pokemon Company to always assume that it's a firefighting type. You know, we only have one Pokemon outside of starters that is a firefighting type. Isn't that insane? That it's so prevalent within the starters. Insert epic story here. Cool. Alright, there we go. That was the line art for our Orca. No, there's only one. Again, outside of starters. Which I think makes it a little bit better when it's like, oh, we have so many firefighting types. It's like, realistically, outside of starters, we only have one. Who's the Mon outside of starters that's firefighting? I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't remember. I saw a trivia thing about it from PM7 the other day. Is it Armarouge? It's not Armarouge. I'm looking it up. Look it up. Let me know. Please. Please! Paldean Tauros. I was like, I know it's a weird one. I know it's like a by technicality one. It took us that long to get a fire fighting type that wasn't a starter? Paldea? Okay, there we go. Okay, we got you. Now we're gonna do the big beefy boy. Other than trying to make every unmade dual type Pokemon in the next few years. I mean, I do too. I think it'd be nice, but only with reason. Who is trying to text me? It is my father. Okay. Only with reason. Like, I feel like, Scovillain could have been so much better. But I feel also like it was, like, almost rushed, kind of. Because they were like, well, we want to get a fire grass type. We're getting shown out by people who are just making them. Like, the fans were making them, and they were like, they're doing a lot better than we are. We got to hurry up and get something out. That's what it feels like, because, what's it called? Scovillain just feels so lazy in design. So I do want them to get all of them, only if there's good reason. Yeah, I mean, like, if it's like, oh yeah, we couldn't figure out a way to do, I don't know, ice poison. Don't just do it to do it. Make it good. Like the anchor. Yeah, we can do that. Trying to figure out how to get this grin that you want in the design when he also has a snout. And we also want him like beefy, so looking down. So there's a couple things that are like in conflict here I'm trying to make work. There we go. Pose similar to one from the thing? Sure, we can do that. He would have to have big, long arms, because I feel like the arms are carrying a lot of the weight in those poses. Like, you have one where the arms are kind of like this, and this is what I was going for. So you want them like this, kind of like the first reference that you sent, or like the second one, more like the orange and black one. Hi, Marshmallow Bear. There we go. Like something like this. This is what I'm thinking. But if you want, like, because you have that one where it's like the yellowish, like the lime yellow or lemon yellow, I guess, black and white one. That one's a little bit harder to pull off because it makes the pose very much different to kind of what we see here. Go. Someone like you, I'm making every epic story character into a Pokemon myself. Nice! And rather than gloves, let's make these big bubbly, meaty claws. Not claws, but like big punchy arms. Make those bigger. Should we leave it alone? No. Let's make it bigger. Use a killer whale after that. Crush thine enemies neath my boot. Golden water cape. I think that sounds great. I think we can do that. So these go like, I'm trying to like the collar that Palafin has is insane. Even just on its own is insane. Yeah. Yeah. My nose just been horribly these last few days. Oh man, everyone's getting sick. I wish you the best, man. I think he has a name for it. But regardless, we'll figure something out. Here we go. Big anchor on his chest. Who's there? And we'll make the cape more jagged as we get there. Tail more. Anchor E. You ever do community redraws? Probably not. I mean, unless there's like good reason for it. Like if I do a contest or something. But probably not, just because there's so many people and honest, like I'll give you guys the honest answer on it. I have no reason not to. The community redraws do very not well on like video views. And so it's one of those things where it's like, if I do community redraws, that's one less video that I believe might have traction to do well. So I'd have to cancel a video that may do well for a video that I know will not do well. I wish my dogs would stop barking. You know what I mean? It's like the thing of like how we're handling the sacrifice of a video is I can do a video like Cryptids is Pokemon that I know will do well. Or to do a community video, I would have to put that effort towards that video. Cryptid videos tend to do well. Community redraw videos tend to not do well. So I'd be sacrificing something that I know is going to get me paid and I know is going to function well for what I need to do on the channel for something that's just fun for the community. And I do want to do stuff that's fun for the community. It just always comes at a terrible risk. For making community redraws, granted he has 600k subs, so he has less to lose than you. Well, I think that's it too, is it's like, oh, well, his videos do a lot better with community redraw. It's like, well, he has more people who are already likely to watch the video. You know, I have 50,000 some odd subscribers, so a part of it is I have 50,000 people who are more likely to watch the video. Obviously, not every subscriber is going to watch every video, but I have more people who are more likely to watch the video. I'm gonna put my dogs away real quick because I think my neighbor's cutting their lawn and they're mad about it. One sec. Come here, guys. Come on, let's go. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's go get some treats. Let's go get some treats. Oh, let's go. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now let's hop back onto this. What's your favorite Pokemon you've ever drawn? I really like my like regional kind of Golurk, which I called Glowlurk. I think your content honestly leans towards community draws. Your format seems fine as is. Yeah, I think that's the other thing is my content doesn't really work for it, but you know, it's there. Yestrin, can I semi-vent? This probably isn't the place. I would say hop into the Discord. I mean, I love getting the opportunity to be there for people, but I just also know there's a time and place for that type of stuff. So, unfortunately, not here. I love those Portico vids. Those were fun. But again, they're fun. They do not perform well. Because it's one of those things where it's like, I do it and it's for the people who've been committed into the channel for a while. So, getting new people from those videos doesn't necessarily happen. And it's a bummer. It's like that whole thing of like, you can do what you want, or you can do what you know is going to work. But you can't do both. Both are not the same thing. Would you consider creating personalized tattoos based on Pokemon designs? Not the full Pokemon, but its basic silhouette altered? I mean, yeah, if it's a commission, then it's a commission. I would absolutely do that. I got no problem with it. I have tattoos. I have a tattoo. I want more. Mrs. Stern just got a new tattoo. And I was like, I want one too. I thought your favorite Pokemon is Toxicroak. Have you given it the ultimate Pokemon treatment yet? I have not. And a part of that is because I did something for it that was very much the precursor to Ultimate Forms on my Instagram. So until I have an idea that's better than what I have on there, I'm not going to do one for it. And I really like what I did there. It becomes very like Scorpion inspired, as well as becomes like very like Bullfrog-y, like it gets the big throat pouch thing. And I was like, I really like this design, but I also don't want to have to redraw it because it was a ton of effort. So I'm like, unless I can come up with something that I feel beats that, I don't want to open that can of worms again. What are your tattoos? I have an anatomical correct heart made out of geometric shapes on my left arm, my left shoulder. And yeah. I need more ink therapy, I think. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. It's just so hard. Like, I got this tattoo. Like, I don't have a go-to tattoo person. The closest thing that I have is an ex-girlfriend who does tattoos now. But I don't have necessarily like a tattoo person. The person who did this tattoo is in a different like town, like hours away. So to be like, oh, I want to get a new tattoo, I can't just go and be like, I'm gonna go get one real quick. So I've kind of trapped myself on that. I would love to have like a tattoo person who I trust to do like the art for it, because as an artist, I also know that like part of the tattoo process is getting to infuse your own concept, right? And so having someone who is an artist go in and be like, hi, I would like a tattoo. Usually as an artist, you know specifically what you want. And so that takes away that opportunity for someone to flex their art muscles as an artist when you go in and are like, I want specifically exactly this. And I think that everyone who like gets a tattoo is entitled to that. Entitled to be able to say, I want exactly... You're entitled to that. You're allowed to. You should know exactly what you want. But artist to artist, I feel like, is a little bit more difficult. Because you're wanting something that is a specific look. They're wanting to make something for you that is the specific look that you're looking for. And odds are, you don't both have the same want on that. And I wouldn't want to put an artist in that position of having to draw something they don't necessarily want to do, or feeling like they have to kind of be on edge because I am also an artist and I know what I want very specifically. So yeah. See you later. So it's hard because I know what it is to be an artist and do commission work. And don't take this the wrong way. I wouldn't want to put that on them. Do you have any tips for posing Pokemon? Yeah, do the bad idea. Do the bad idea. You have an idea, you have a pose that you're like, oh, this would be a cool pose, but I don't know how to draw it. Do it anyway. And you may be like, oh, but I hate how it turned out. That's okay, because you just got some free practice on figuring out for next time. Yeah? You sound sad? I am sad. All the time. No, I'm not sad. I'm just hanging out. I think it's one of those things where for videos and stuff, I have to like be on. And so when I am just like talking, typically, sometimes people think I'm sad because they're like, "Oh, he doesn't have the energy that he typically has." It's like, well, I'm being an actor a lot of the time, and sometimes I don't feel like acting, so I just am me. But at least I may still be sad, but at least I'm fast. Hi, Dino King, by the way. Didn't see you come in. Nope, I still need that sketch layer. Because he needs the anchor. Well, yeah, I'm not sad. I feel fine. I have a busy day. Like, after this, I'm going straight into Stern Conversations. Because I did not plan my available time very well. But also, Stern Conversations, I'm talking with friends, so it's you know, it's not terrible. It's not like, oh god, I have to... It's me hopping on a call with friends, typically. That's what I want. Do you like being difficult? Yeah. Do I like being difficult? Most definitely. Yeah, I did the thing. I truly did the thing where I was like, man, I have some free time. I should schedule things. Thank you, Corey. I'm gonna actually, I know it's a couple minutes early. I'm gonna upload it now. Because every time that I'm like, oh, I've got a couple minutes, within those couple minutes is when I forget. Plus, I just finished this one, so I'm hoping that Ozzy likes it. There we go. Oh, hey, someone remembered. Yes, we thank Arceus every day for Corey. The horrors of scheduling. I'm so bad at schedule. I am so... The problem is, it's not that I'm bad at scheduling, it's that I'm really good at scheduling. Where it's like every second is accounted for. But then, I'm like, I'm so tired. And it's like, don't worry, you have no time. Alright, so we got that done. Now I want to hop on to Radamaz. Where is it? It's here. I got it. I got it. Don't worry. I got it. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. I got it. Okay. Fighting steel type. And if my memory serves me right, just so that I can rephrase it for myself for understanding, it is a living armor with an energy that is in the shape of like a panther to it. So my question, Radama, if you're there, is bipedal, quadrupedal? Question. Unless it's scheduling my taxes. I know that you're trying to pull me into the taxes conversation. And you're going to succeed because I love taxes so much. I'm going to move these chat boxes. Because they're constantly getting cut off by my little desk there and everything. What if I put them on the tippity top? Yeah, they're a little bit harder to read, but at least they're visible. And then I can move this one over so that we can get everyone's names. There we go. I know you're trying to pull me into talking about taxes. I started Pokemon, but each time I do, it either fails, looks too good to be a Pokemon or anything, but I'm not sure I'm either to do this or I want to do that. Yeah, I get that. Bipedal or quadrupedal? Why is that text red? Did that send? It didn't send. Why would that not send? Why not send? Weird. Ratamaw, if you're there. I open my summoning circle. Ratamaw, if you can hear me from beyond the grave, wherever you are, I need to know if this is bipedal or quadrupedal. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the restroom, so I'm going to leave a note. Dear Ratamaw, bipedal or quadrupedal? Love, Stern. Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom. If Radamaw comes back, make sure he sees my note. Be right back. Gotta go pee. I'm returned. Radama, for some reason, Discord's not letting me send you messages in the ticket. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. It's being weird. I don't know. But yeah. Better for this one. I'd normally say bipedal, though. Let's do bipedal. Discord is completely down right now. Is it? That's a bummer. Alright, so let me pull back up the notes for it here. Fighting steel type, yes. And that it is for a living armor controlled by like a visible aura energy. The armor itself would be a durable metal, but somewhat light. The energy would be shaped like a panther, humanoid, fast, and vicious warrior species. We can do it. The bowed. The bowed. We gotta do the bowed. Get the bowed. Luckily I was just doing a bunch of armor stuff for another video I'm working on. Damn, Discord's down. Yeah, Discord's down. That's what I was just hearing. What if we make the armor itself also look like a panther? What if the armor looked kind of like this? Does that work? I think that works. Make something bug without having to make it bug type. What are we making? We are making an armor, a living armor possessed by a panther, which is throwing me for a loop, but I think it's not impossible. I think it's not impossible. Make those proportions just a little bit more mighty. There we go. Hit it for a special attacker point, fighting steel type. No, I think it's a great idea. What if we do something like this? Where it's almost like, not stained glass, but almost kind of like that, where like the pieces all kind of merge together and fit together. Okay, so it's armor. And we're gonna, it's still gonna have a head, but it also has like that living energy aspect to it. Looks like a mouse now with those giant pauldrons. Should make bug armor look like skull? Question. I mean, this isn't a bug, but I do kind of want it to look like a skull. Let me do this part here. Yeah. Some Pause. Get those feetsies in there. Amaze, amaze, amaze. Rocky. Pokemon soon question. Maybe. I need to do more shorts, and I think like stuff like that would be perfect for shorts. Head of some kind here. Look at. What if? Hey everyone. Hi, Alizarin Red. Howdy. Let's work on a head here. Ooh, 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 I'm cooking. Oh, we're cooking. Oh, we're cooking. Lady in red. There we go. Ooh, big cat. Big cat. I think with the swoop of the fur back here, it almost looks like the swooped hair of like a valiant knight. Lizard in red, but without the D, basically. A lizard in red! Oh, nice. I was reading it as like almost Eliza. My sincerest apologies. Big cat. Big cat. Dog, please. Big cat. Call an ambulance. But not for me. There we go. Best meme of the last 10 years. Go. Paramore. Yep. Paramore has been the whole time. My neighbor's getting her yard done, and they're like just hanging out by my garage, and my dogs are going nuts because I put them in there. And before anyone gets on to me and is like, "Why'd you put your dogs in the garage?" Because that's where they live. There's a bed, there's a heater, there's a cooler, there's food. Not good at drawing the hands. I don't know why, but their hands just make me angry. Trace them. That's what I do. Look up a reference. There we go. This is fighting steel type. It's just hard to not do it as like trying to balance out how to do the energy aspect without it coming across as ghost, because I feel like haunted armor is such a trope that it's hard to figure out how to do it. So this thing's like energy, but also not ghost. Bigger. But I also want to get the right. Oh, hold on. Let me cook. Trying to learn to use guitar. You should check out the YouTuber Syncado. He actually did the music that you're hearing in the background right now. Close friend, very cool guy. Done music for a lot of projects. Did the music for Cobra Kai. Some of the music for the show Cobra Kai, if you ever watched that. Very talented guy. Very cool dude. Very good guitar player. Although I will say, be careful because you may watch his stuff and be like, wow, I want to give up. I will never be this good. What are your dogs' names? Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't like that angled point there. It feels weird. Aura is sharper. Aura. Well, we're gonna give him some aura. Don't you worry about it. Hey, it's 7 eels in a trench coat. The man, the myth, the several eels. The Aura Farmer. This Pokemon is known as the Aura Farmer. Isn't that just Lucario? This Pokemon Aura Farms? Oh, wouldn't that be crazy? It's like, I think that's just Lucario. Like, I was literally just thinking, wouldn't it be funny to have a Pokemon whose whole thing is that it is the Aura Farmer? Oh, we have it. We have Aura Farmers at home. Would this be colored? Yeah. This one was from prior to stream. And as also, is no one gonna call out what my dog's names are from? I had someone like, what are your dog's names? Oh, their names are Bebop and Rocksteady. And then silence, and I'm like, are we just not gonna acknowledge? This is a commission that I'm doing for a friend there. Grimmsnarl is the... Grimmsnarl is such a good Pokemon design. TMNT? Yes! Good names. Thank you. Real eyes on chest? No, that'd be too ghostly. This is just kind of an allusion to the cat motif. In fact, I should probably get rid of these because it does feel very ghostly. I think I was getting personally confused by the concept for a minute, and I was like, oh, it's gotta be ghost because it's haunted armor, and I tricked myself into believing that was the route we were going. Grimmsnarl? Grimmsnarl's a great name. What are you on about? Grimmsnarl's awesome. I think, for me, I was very like, oh, what kind of dumb Pokemon are we going to get in the new one? I've been very disappointed in what we've gotten. They're like, this is Grimmsnarl. And I was like, okay. And then I experienced it, and I was like, this is the best Pokemon we've gotten in so long. In terms of its IRL design. He's hair! Go for Urshifu, Aura Farmer, it just has the vibe. Ooh. Forgot you can't hear me. I do that a lot, you're fine. I'll say something. Oh, I do it a lot where I'll be pointing. I'll be pointing at something for you guys. And I'll realize, oh, they can't see me. Oh, right. I'm not real. I think one of my favorite designs that I've ever done was the Adventure Time Grimmsnarl, based on the Ice King. It's one of my favorite designs I think I've ever done. My dog wants out. If I let him out, he's gonna eviscerate my eardrums with the backyard. The guy's working in the back. It is hard being a homeowner. Oh, good. Now they're both gone. Oh, good. Now they're both going. I wish that this wasn't happening. Oh yes, half the people here actually have homes. I have a home. The bank lets me live here. I'm like, I don't have enough money to pay for the house. They're like, we will loan you the money. I'm like, okay. But I can never leave because my interest rate is way too good. What kind of dogs are they? Both are mutts. One was, so my wife's family owns a dairy, and someone just dropped off a pregnant dog out in the middle of nowhere. They picked her up, she had puppies, and they were like, we cannot keep all these puppies, so I said, I will take one. And then the other one, a friend had a similar thing, where they were like, our dog had puppies, we can't keep them, we don't know what to do here, and I said, I will take at least one of them. One sec, I'm gonna mute for a minute. I just had to yell at my dog, like, please be quiet. Daddy worky. I have to be able to buy you food, so you have to stop yelling. some designs on these. I've started really liking when designs follow overlines. I think that's kind of cool. I think it makes things look a little bit more interesting and intricate. And there they go barking again. I have to record a podcast after this! Mutt is an offensive term? To who? Can you tell me who it's offensive to? To the dog? To your puppies? They have not told me otherwise. I mean, they have not. I'm not that they have not told me otherwise. They have not conveyed that message to me. That's what they're yelling about right now. No. They're yelling because there's someone outside and they just cannot accept that. Hey, someone is living at their house next door. Well, that is just unacceptable. Hey, Majeri D's mask. That's far too long. I was like, I don't want it to be like a monkey tail. It's got to be proper footage. You know what movie I watched yesterday and I was reminded, oh my gosh, this is the best movie ever made? You would. I'm not going to make you guess because you'll never guess. It's a movie called Sasquatch Gang. Phenomenal! Hey, remember me? Hi, Eula. I do remember you. It's a little movie called Sasquatch Gang. If you haven't seen it, freaking get on that. My dogs are driving me insane. But yes, they are mutts or mixed breeds, whatever we wish to call it. I watched The Truman Show yesterday. That is also a fantastic movie. I have a lot of favorite movies, but I will say, there is one movie that I, without doubt, will watch about 4 times a year. Because in my head, I'm like, this is the perfect movie. It's starring T. Hanks. And it's so good. I will let you guess. I've said it before. I've said before this is the best movie. T. Hanks. In. I almost said it, but I'm gonna let you guess. I'm gonna let you figure it out. I'm gonna let you guys stew for a little bit. I can't get myself to watch movies or shows unless someone else is watching with me. Ooh. What's your favorite Pokemon? Toxicroak. Why didn't you color the last one? Because these are all commissions, and I color them when they're paid for to be colored. Meh. There. The one where he's stranded at an airport? 100%. The Terminal is my favorite movie of all time. It is so good. Make Spider-Man as Pokemon? I did. Animated or live action T. Hanks movie? The Terminal. It's so good. A lot of people haven't seen it, but it's very good. No, a new one? Probably not. I don't know. I don't really. I think people are often concerned when they find out I do not plan the videos in advance, really. I just kind of am like, this would be good. And then I make it. Or I'm like, this would be fun. And then I make it. I know you guys can't hear them, but I can, and it's annoying. It's most of the day that there's barking. And so the instances that there's not barking, because the thing is, I live on a corner, and I got them to make sure that, like, neighbors and people who would be burglarizers know I probably shouldn't go in there because it's very evident that there are dogs. But on the juxtaposition to that, I have to deal with the barking. So, I have to deal with barking. And in return, my house does not get broken into and I do not get murdered. And usually that's a fair trade. Not always! There's Pokemon instead of Pokemon trainers. You are more than welcome to make the video yourself. I don't know who goes to YouTubers and is like, you could have done better if you did this. It would have been better if I did nothing, I guess. Oop. This feels very blue. This feels a lot more blue than I intended for it to be. You do music as Pokemon for the trainers? I could. I didn't. How do you start doing art? I started doing art when I was 10. In 2004, I drew Pokemon a lot when I needed to practice shape overall design. I could use sketch paper over the and do splices. Literally, here's the thing. The thing about art is anything is practice. Like, if you're practicing and you believe that what you're doing is, and you genuinely believe what you're doing is practicing, then it is. And you will improve. But it just takes time. Oh, I wish the dogs would stop. 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 Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know, there's Pokemon, then give them the artist you turned into trainers? I could. Maybe. But if the reaction that I get to a video is people saying, here's what you should have done instead, it usually means that I'm not going to do another video on it. That's just me being honest. Is if I get, like, and I think that's anybody. If it's like, hey, I made this, I hope you guys enjoy, and the first instinct people has is, here's what I think you should have done instead, I think any creator is going to say, like, cool, I'm just going to not do that anymore. There we go. Because I think a lot of people have the mentality of YouTubers are here for my enjoyment personally. And it's not true. Like, I make what I want to make. Like, that's why I have no plans for, like, when I'm like, oh, what am I going to make in the future? I usually have no plans because I just make what I want to make. And if there's something I don't want to make, then I don't make it. And a lot of that is stuff that's like, you know, when someone's like, oh, you did this video, you should do a second one where you do this instead. That just tells me I should just not make another video. Because if I'm going to get critiqued over putting in the work and effort that hard, then what's the point? It basically misses the person's decision making on the result. It's their video and art and all that. Yeah. Hi, Stern. Hi, Mario Kitten. Kito. His music is a banger. It's by a good friend of mine named Syncado. Check them out on YouTube. Incredibly talented dude. He's worked on a lot of really big projects. And he was gracious enough to say, hey, Stern, you can use my music and whatever you like. And I was like, great, I'm going to use it in lives and when I'm ranting about terrible things on Reddit. Is that cool? And he's like, lives is fine. Forget videos in themselves are art. It's just art itself. Yeah. So it just gets frustrating when like you do a video and you put a lot of work into it, and the first thing that people have is here's what you should have done instead, rather than make the creator feel like, oh man, they have a point. I should do that different next time. It just makes creators be like, I should just not touch that ever again. How many gods is Pokemon? I've been working on a video like that for a while. It's just hard to do. Trying to figure out the best way to do it, I guess. Yourself instead of trying to criticize. Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of comments, and I have to stop myself often when people are like, you should have done this or this. I'm like, part of me always wants to say back, like, I would share your channel. I'd love to see your take on it. Because usually they're like, oh, I don't have a channel. I'm like, well then, enjoy the art and let's move on. Another thing is I don't want to be mean, right? But there's a point where, like, is it being mean to defend yourself from critics and people like that? I almost said haters, and I was like, I'm not old enough to realistically I'm not young enough to realistically use that and people not be like, what? Did you just call people haters? No. Look, I'm very fortunate that I don't have, like, haters. I don't have people who are, like, after me on YouTube. You know, I do what I do. I have a good time. Every now and then you get comments, and that's just part of it. I've had people, too, in the most gracious way possible come across and they're like, hey, I don't want to be rude, but you put yourself on the internet, but you said this character's name wrong. And I'm like, that's exactly how you do that. Is like, you know, you're right, I did put myself on the internet. But I feel like there's also a line. Like, that was a good way of doing it. But there's also a line where it's like, hey, let's be nice to each other. Let's remember that everyone here, online or not, is a goddamn human being. Oh, I wish the dogs would stop. It doesn't help either that my family is known for having just terrible tempers. And I feel like I'm one of the more even-headed ones in the family. So I do have a temper, I just don't use it unless I need to. Secret superpower, I guess. If you can call it that. What if you made famous YouTubers as Pokemon? I did. And I have another one of those coming out soon. And I wish my dogs were quiet. I'm sure you can hear them. Oh, you made PokeTubers. I mean, famous YouTubers. I did. I specifically remember because Wendigoon is in it. I only like negative comments if someone is factually incorrect and spreading false information. Oh, yeah. Oh, there are times when you do need to call people out on that type of stuff. I acknowledge that. Like I said, I've had people who are like, hey, you got this wrong. I'm like, I did. And sometimes I do say stuff wrong. Not on purpose, like to get engagement or anything. I just think it's funny to say stuff wrong sometimes. Like, I will often be like, oh, Mr. gets mad about it. But I'm like, oh, me and so-and-so are going to McNaldo's. Do you want anything? She's like, say it right. I'm like, McNaldo's? She's like, say it right! What? We're just going to McNaldo's. Maybe get a Big Mac. That is my favorite thing to say stuff wrong. And sometimes I just do it in videos. Again, people are like, oh, for engagement, you're trying to farm. I'm like, I'm just an idiot. No. I'm just dumb. The thing was wrong, it happens. Yeah. I'm gonna call it McNaldo's from now on. Do it. Spread that. That way I can get back to her and be like, look, it's a thing. And like, she also doesn't know like anime, pop culture type stuff. So like when they did Whack Donald's for the like anime tie-in stuff, I brought her and I was like, here, I got us Whack Donald's. And she's like, stop doing that. I was like, it's what it is. And I showed her the box, and I think she had a mental breakdown for a half a second. Some people are just genuinely dumb. I'm one of them. I'm one of those genuinely dumb people. I'm smart. I'm not gonna put myself down. I'm smart in many things. I'm also a complete idiot in things. As I think most people are. Like, no one is brilliant at everything. So to go onto like YouTube and be like, you know, a jerk about it, it's like, buddy, come on. Is this what we're doing? Is this the best use of our time? So let's probably say multiple Pokemon names wrong. Stick to. Oh, I got in big trouble because I guess I was saying Cofagrigus' name wrong my entire life, and I was like, "What's the big deal?" And they were like, "You're saying a slur." I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, that's a problem that I can fix. If that's the case, then absolutely let me know." That was a very good one, where it was like, I don't see what the big deal is. I don't know why everyone's getting on to me. And it was like, you're saying a slur. I was like, then yeah, let me know. It's very much appreciated. Say licky licky as licketly? That sounds better. But yeah, I was saying Cofagrigus' name in probably the worst way possible. And I was like, why is everyone getting on to me about it? They're like, you're saying a slur. I was like, Music artists into trainers, then why not give them their own custom ace Pokemon? Let me see here. Where is it? You know what? I'm not gonna mute you. I'm just gonna stop responding. Arceus is just objectively easier to say than Arceus. Yeah, it's just also people were like, you're saying Arce. I did it. I made the boy. Licky Licky is probably one of the worst names for a mon. It's one where you're like, I have to be saying it wrong. It's like Licky Licky is one of those names where you're like, I have to be saying it wrong. Like, there's no way that I am right. I want this to be just a little bit more vibrant, but not like blue, not like super blue. I think that's it, right? White's too much. I think that's where I want it. That blue and orange really pop. The orange makes it feel very energy-wise. I actually can do this too. Let me... Yeah. I know what I want to do. Go for a little bit more reddish color. Yeah, I was saying for a long time, and I'll say it here because it was an accident. It was truly those things where I was like, I mean, if you're creative about it, then yeah, I'm saying something terrible. But I was calling it Cofagrigus, and people were like, you need to stop saying that. And I was like, why? What's the issue here? They're like, you're saying a slur. It's like, I mean, yeah, if you put that in people's heads, then yeah. And they're like, no, you need to stop. It's also not how you say it. And I was like, people say stuff wrong. But that one was one where I was like, yeah, I should probably learn to say this a different way. And I did. But that's just the reference of, like, you know, be aware. Because that was one where people were like, yeah, listen, you can't say it that way anymore. And I was like, I feel like we're getting up in arms, but I also understand the concept that we're getting at here. And yeah, I did. I changed how I said it. I was like, this is bad. I remember that you said it wrong, because I immediately changed how I said it. Yeah, there we go. Threw a little of that red on there to get that energy vibe going. A little bit of a faux feline face there. I think we're good. If there's any other fixes that you want on this one, Radamont, let me know. But I gotta hop off here in just a sec because I gotta hop on a call for Stern Conversations, which is back, by the way. My first interview, starting in like 15 minutes, is gonna be with OR Ash. Can it shift to be on 4 legs? Probably, maybe. I picture this like a shadow fighty energy. It's just hard because it's a panther, right? Like, that was the key thing, was it's a panther. Little energy orb. Ooh! No! Yes, we can absolutely do that. If you're going to be bringing in good ideas, then yes, absolutely. Then yes, I do have time. Gonna have a great weekend. Probably not, but I appreciate it. Do a little bit of a light shadow on there. Okay, down here. But yeah, to wrap it up what I was talking about there, if you're the type of person who watches a video of mine and then is like, I should go and tell him what he needs to do next, I should go and tell him how he messed up that video, then maybe consider just not commenting. You can enjoy the content, or, I mean, if you really need to, you can unsubscribe and not watch anymore. That's a bummer, but also for my own safety, my own mental, you know, okayness, that's just part of it, you know? Energy orb. Energy orb. These will all be up on the Discord. If you're a person who got a commission today, let's run through them. If you're a person who got a commission today and you aren't on the Discord, email me, stern@thesterninator.com. And I can get that sent to you. But these are all the guys we worked on to look at that thing. Oh, I forgot about this. This came out great. So happy with that. Make sure to stop by the Discord. Oh, and most important of all, if you have not yet, and you are a fan of the channel, highly suggest, this is me shilling, but I also highly suggest you check out the Patreon. I post videos there early. The video that dropped today was actually over on the Patreon, I think on like Tuesday. So they've had a full week to watch, and every month I drop all the Photoshop files from the projects that we've done for the month. All of the April stuff is up right now. So if you want to draw and learn how to draw and learn the process with like a walkthrough type of setup, the Patreon will have a tier where you actually get Photoshop files, and you can see all the layers that are used to build up each section. I get people all the time who ask, what kind of brush are you using for the shadows? What kind of brush are you using for the highlights? How did you do this or that? Watch the videos and see how, but even more important, if you're a person who wants to learn the process that at least I go through and be able to kind of work with the files themselves, those are there. I think it's $15 a month you get for that tier, I think, but you get well over 30 different Pokemon usually. I think this month is 30 something Pokemon broken down within the Photoshop files. That's a shadow layer, that's a highlight layer, that's a colored shadow layer, that is a bounce layer, that is line art, that is everything for each Pokemon that was worked on. I bring it up because I think it's the best option there, especially if you're a person who wants to learn the process, at least that I go through. It's usually, what, 10-ish? No. It's usually like 8 files with each character broken down Photoshop-wise, usually with the thumbnails as well, broken down. And that also comes with access to the videos early, your name and the ends of credits, as well as a bunch of other stuff. I highly suggest the Patreon. I try to make it something that is a good deal, and I do believe that it is. I think I'm offering all that stuff at the cheapest of everyone that I've researched. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Join the Patreon if you haven't. Become a YouTube member. Videos are dropping Wednesdays and Fridays. Lives on Fridays as well, as you know, because you're here. And I love you. Bye-bye.